Para muitos cristãos, a teoria da evolução é um fato perfeitamente reconciliável com a teologia cristã e a existência de Deus. Para outros cristãos, no entanto, a história é um tanto diferente e eles não aceitam de maneira alguma que os seres humanos compartilham um ancestral comum com outros primatas e outros animais. Tal fato não pode de maneira alguma ser reconciliado com a existência de Deus.
But going back to the evolution question with which I started, the argument that is put by our scientific colleagues who are interested in this is, if you tell people that evolution is incompatible with God, then you've lost the battle because they're never going to give up God. So you've got to tell them, no, you can keep God and have evolution as well. And I can see there's a lot of sense in that. But you could turn that argument entirely on its head and say, yes, by all means, let their pastors tell them that evolution is incompatible with God. Let them be thoroughly imbued with the idea that evolution is incompatible with God, because we know evolution is true and we can prove it. So if we do that, then we've got them.
Yeah, it's also...
Bem, nessa área eu tenho uma opinião um tanto diferente da opinião que o Richard Dawkins acabou de expressar. E a princípio, essa conferência que vocês acabaram de ver, onde estava lá o Sam Harris, o Daniel Dennett e o Richard Dawkins, aconteceu aqui na Austrália em abril de 2012 e eu tive o privilégio de participar dessa conferência. Mas enfim, essa é outra história. A minha opinião nessa área é um tanto diferente. Eu acho que, eu até admiro esses cristãos que fazem um esforço para tentar conciliar os fatos científicos com a teologia deles. Eu até dou os parabéns para esses cristãos. Claro que eu não vou ser hipócrita, nós ainda temos muito que debater, há muitas coisas que eu não concordo, obviamente, eu sou ateu. Mas eu acho que pelo menos com esses cristãos moderados e bem informados, nós podemos começar o debate num nível muito mais elevado, ao invés de começar debatendo fatos básicos da biologia, da geologia, da astronomia e tal, a idade do universo, se o ser humano compartilha ou não um ancestral em comum com outros animais. Eles já aceitam esses fatos, nós não precisamos debater mais isso, nós podemos começar o debate num nível muito mais elevado, o que é ótimo. Mas eu gostaria de mostrar aí para aqueles criacionistas que acham que a evolução é um dos pilares da religião ateísta e que evolução é ateísmo, é a mesma coisa. Para esses criacionistas, eu gostaria de mostrar o seguinte vídeo.
When 20th century scientists discovered the role DNA plays in heredity, they founded a new science called genetics that put Darwin's theory to the test. The cells of all great apes, like chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans, contain 24 pairs of chromosomes. If humans share a common ancestor with apes, you'd expect us to have the same number. But surprisingly, human cells contain only 23 pairs.
Now, if we share a common ancestor, what happened? Is it possible that in the line of evolution that led to us, a pair of chromosomes from a primate ancestor just got lost and just got discarded? Well, the answer to that is no, it's not possible. And the reason is because every primate chromosome has so many important genes on it that the loss of both members of a pair would be fatal. You wouldn't even get through embryonic development. So there's only one possible explanation. And that explanation is that in the line that led to us, two chromosomes that were separate in other primates became fused to form a single chromosome. And this is why evolution is a science. That possibility is testable. We ought to be able to look at our genomes and find that we carry a chromosome with the marks of that fusion on it. Now, how would we find that? It's easier than you might think.
Typically, on the ends of every chromosome, you should find special genetic markers, or sequences of DNA, called telomeres. And in their middles, you should find different genetic markers called centromeres. But if a mutation occurred in the past, causing two pairs of chromosomes to fuse, we should find evidence in those genetic markers. Telomeres not only at the ends of the new chromosome, but also at their middles, and not one, but two centromeres. Finding a structure like this in our chromosomes would explain why humans have one pair fewer than the great apes.
If we don't find it, then the case for common ancestry for our species might be refuted. But if we do find it, it would be powerful evidence in favor of evolution. So all we have to do is to scan the human genome and see, do we have a chromosome that has these marks, telomere DNA in the center and 2 centromeres? Well, the answer turns out to be we do. And it's human chromosome number 2. And the evidence is unmistakable. We've suspected this for a very long time, and in 2005, a definitive study was published showing that chromosome 2 has the exact fusion point, almost the point at which the Scotch tape holds those 2 chromosomes together can be found. The closer we look at our own DNA, the more detailed a glimpse we get of our own genome, the more powerful the evidence for our own evolution from common ancestry with other species becomes.
It's there, it's testable, it confirms the prediction of evolution. How would intelligent design explain this? Only one way, by shrugging and saying, that's the way the designer made it. No reason, no rhyme. Presumably there's a designer who designed human chromosome number 2 to make it look as if it was formed by the fusion from a private ancestor. I'm a Roman Catholic, I'm a theist. In the broadest sense, I would say I believe in a designer, but you know what? I don't believe in a deceptive one. I don't believe in one who would do this to try to fool us. And therefore, I think this is authentic, and it tells us something about our ancestry.
Tá ouvindo esse som? Não, isso não é um macaco, não. Isso é a risada de um pássaro australiano.